everyone. Today is Friday, and I figured we would do a day in the life. Fridays are like the days where I actually have stuff planned, and the same pretty much every Friday. So right now it is about 8:30. The kids are having breakfast. I'm grabbing my coffee and my breakfast, and then we are going to be taking Presley to school. So I just wanted to show you like what my day is going to be like. We're going to be trying to read and things as well. So yeah, we're going to be trying to read and things as well. So why don't you join me on my day? Elliot wants me to paint her nails, so we are going to paint her nails today.
Yes.
Yeah, like this. Elliot wants me to paint her nails. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
We can't see the phone.
Well, I can see you after, okay? So we're going to do pink. She said pink on this hand and orange on this hand. So we're going to start with pink. Okay, so we are back home. Presley got dropped off at school. We came home. Elliot had me do her nails because we did nail polish a week or two ago, I think closer to 2 weeks ago, and it's gone now, so she wanted her nails done. I officially decided to DNF an arc yesterday. Yeah, it's one that I've talked about before, and it's purely not for me. I was reading To the Death by Andrea Tang. And this is one of those things that I picked up because it's supposed to be sapphic and magical battles, but it is YA, which I'm not into as much. And it turned out, Elliot's here. Hi, Elliot. It turned out to more be like, almost like MMA fighting, boxing sort of feeling to it. It was definitely more about the fighting, and the magic was used in the fighting, but there was no like actual discernible magic system. The only magic in this world is for the fighting. They talk about, oh, I'm using this spell or whatever, but they don't tell you how they're doing it. There's no like, is it just inherent? Do they have to actually say something? Is like, there's no world building for that. So when you're reading it, it really is just about the fight. And then they're talking about this build up to this next fight. It felt like they were doing that whole, like, when you see this stuff is like, oh, such and such is fighting such and such. Oh, it's gonna be the best fight ever. I don't care about that. The sapphic nature of it never really had a big point in the part that I read, and I read almost half of the book. But I think it's just because it felt a little bit weird for one of our characters trying to do the fight, and she's not even going to be the one fighting, but she wants revenge on the dad of the other girl because I guess he killed her brother in an illegal fight. But nobody knows that it was her brother and this is her. And so she's doing stuff behind this other girl's back and like trying to set her up to fail and things, but at the same time she's like, but she's cute. So I'm not into that because the stuff that I wanted to be into, the magic system and the magical battles and stuff, no, it's like MMA fighting. It's like actual martial arts type of stuff, and I don't care about that. So I got to a point where I'm like, you know, this is not a bad book. It really isn't. But if I was going to continue reading, it's probably a 3-star, and I don't want to pick it up because I'm just like not really into it. Like, it's not my thing, even though it's not bad. And this is a book that's overdue for an arc. This is what I was trying to read during my like best books video, and it's just like, it's not happening. So I decided yesterday to officially DNF. I have not written any of my reviews or anything yet, although what I told you here is basically what it's going to be. I do post all of my reviews on Goodreads, Storygraph, Pagebound currently, and so I'm just, yeah. So instead, I did film a video recently that actually came out yesterday, doing a scavenger hunt to find my next read. And I created the questions for this round of scavenger hunt. I took some inspiration from some people. I'll leave the video link down below, but I created the new questions and the order in which to go in. And so I found a book that I have not started yet because I was trying to finish my arc and then I decided not to, which is right here, Bonds of Brass by Emily Skrutsky. So this is not YA, I was gonna say YA, no, adult sci-fi. Hello, got a lollipop. This is an adult sci-fi. I believe there is some male-male romance, although I'm not entirely sure how much is in here. I got this at a Friends of the Library book sale, which is why it looks like this, but it is officially mine. And we're gonna try this out. This is a book that I remember hearing some stuff about when it like first came out, but I can't tell you what anybody's reviews would be, and I don't know if I personally know anybody that's read this. Like I can't think of, oh, I saw this on somebody's channel or I talked to somebody about this. Like I have no idea, but I like sci-fi and it was at the Friends of the Library book sale. This is technically a used library book and I'm just like, you know what? We're gonna try this out because this is what I picked during that video. But also there was a second book called Bonded by Thorns. I'm sure you guys can figure out what word had to be in the title now with these books. That is an ebook, and I'm pretty sure I actually have it already downloaded from Kindle Unlimited. I'll have to double check, but I'm thinking this is a day in the life video type of thing just because I have a schedule that we need to stick to. But I'm thinking I might do almost like a try a chapter type of thing with these books. I'll read a little bit from maybe Bonds of Brass now. We still have about an hour and a bit until we have to actually like get ready to go to gym. And then maybe I'll do Bonded by Thorns later and like let you guys know what I'm thinking about both of them because I'm literally into both. And Bonded by Thorns is the one that I thought of first in the video last time. But this one is obviously off of my TBR. So I think that's the goal right now. We're gonna be going about our day, but also I'm gonna be trying both books. Okay, we're back from gym. I actually went to Fred Meyer as well. We needed a little bit of groceries, like we were almost completely out of milk. Kids wanted chips. I did not have lunch, so I grabbed like a deli thing that was on sale. And we're gonna eat really quick because then it's gonna be time to go get Presley. Okay, so we had less than 20 minutes for me to put groceries away, which wasn't too crazy, and eat. We are now on our way to go get Presley. Every Friday, or most every Friday, he goes to a separate school. I think I've talked about this on my channel before, but he rides a bus from his school. Like I drop him off at his school to this other school, and he's in a class with first and second graders, but they have other teachers there. So they go from, first to fifth. And this is where their like gifted program is, the challenge program. So he calls it his challenge school. But like the first time we did it, the ride on the way back from the school in the school bus took like almost a whole hour, and he was not having it. So since I am home in general with Elliot and whatnot, and we usually do walking pickup and stuff, like I go get him every day, I go and pick him up and then I bring him back to his school so he can finish out like one more hour worth of school. But that's, without him being on the bus. So that's what we're doing today. He did have to ride the bus last week because they got off early for Valentine's Day, so they could like go and have their party with their class and whatnot. And Elliot had gym at the exact same time. Yeah, you're here. Had gym at the exact same time. So because of that, he had to ride the bus. But it really only took like 20-ish minutes or so this time, which is usually how long it takes to go from his school to the challenge school. So I'm assuming because they got done early, they didn't have like an issue with the buses probably, because like no other schools needed a bus yet because it was done so early. But normally, yeah, I need to go get him because the buses are currently being used for like middle school and high school and stuff. So they don't always have enough buses. Like I just saw the middle schoolers near us be dropped off already. So that's what I'm doing now. Okay, so we are back home for about 30 minutes, and then I have to go back and pick up Presley from school. But I did want to let you know, since I did not update you earlier, I did read some of this one. So I read for under an hour. I want to say closer to like 40 something minutes total maybe, and I got up to page 55, which is probably a good pace for this. And I went in not remembering anything about this book, so I basically read through like what the summary is basically about. We follow these two guys here, but we're basically in one person's point of view. And this is going to be a very political sci-fi, it seems like, because it's like 7 years after there was a war, and these characters are now at this like academy, military academy, flight school type of situation. And our main character, I'm pretty sure, is this one over here, is technically from the conquered people. And it seems like the school has people from the previous, I was going to say race. It's not based on a race necessarily, monarchy type of thing, as well as people from the current one. And they all sort of end up going to classes and schools and stuff together. But they go out for this flight maneuver thing. And during that, his best friend, which is this guy here, starts to be under attack from these people from the school that are like staging a coup type of situation, because it turns out that this guy is actually the heir to the current ruling class. And so people that had been previously conquered are obviously not happy about that situation. Well, our main character, even though he is from the people that had been conquered previously, has grown up for at least a couple years in this academy with this person being his best friend, and his roommate and stuff had no idea about all this stuff going on, but likes this guy enough that he's like, okay, I need to help him. And so that's sort of where we're at now. We're gonna see how it goes from there. That's really all it is. The writing style's fine. I just know that we probably have a lot more stuff to deep dive into, but obviously so far so good. And then I went and got the mail while I was out as well. I have a package from Allurial. This should be my replacement from my Allurial box that I did an unboxing for. I had a book come in that the actual like slick, shiny nature, like it's not foil or anything, but like the embossing on it was completely off. The title, the author's name, all the details, everything was like over and tilted. Like it was just, it looked bad. So I did send in like some pictures and stuff for it, and they were so quick to do like the customer service and be like, okay, we're gonna tell the people that are supposed to, I guess, like the quality checking and stuff to know about this, but also we will send you a new one. So I have a normal L'Oreal bookmark. The one we got last time matched the book that was coming in, but I already have that still, obviously. So let's see. Okay, so my one was obviously really bad because there actually is foiling and stuff on there too. So it's not just embossing, it is foiling, and mine did not have any foil whatsoever, and the embossing was so off. So yeah, it is much better. This is Half City by Kate Golden. This is gonna be like demon hunting school or something like that, like a hidden thing. I'm pretty sure somewhere I saw people say this is sort of like for people that like Buffy the Vampire Slayer stuff too. Yes, okay. Very excited that we now have a cover, a dust jacket, that is what it's supposed to look like. We're on our way to go pick up Presley. Elliot is on her scooter. I have Presley's scooter with his helmet and pads and stuff in the bag. I feel water. I feel misty sprinkling stuff, and I literally just checked the weather. It is not supposed to rain or have precipitation at all, which I know is crazy. It is the Pacific Northwest, it's Washington, like we do get rain, but like we're not supposed to. I double checked. Of course, this is the time the kids wanted to use the scooters instead of the wagon, and it's gonna be raining. Okay, we are officially home. Kids are having some snack right now. I did read a little bit of Bonded by Thorns before I went and picked up Presley. We were only home for like 30 minutes. So I'm at like 5%. I think I'm in chapter 2, maybe at the very beginning of chapter 3. It's very much setting up like Beauty and the Beast type stuff. Our main character of Rosalina, I want to say, I could be mistaken, I've only read her name a couple times, is very much like social outcast, works at a bookstore, loves books, loves romance books specifically, which the bookstore owner not so much. And her dad is sort of the crazy one because he thinks fairies stole his wife who knows how long ago. I don't think they've exactly told us. And so people are definitely like, she's sort of an outcast, this kind of thing. They've definitely set it up with like hints and bits and pieces of the Beauty and the Beast type of situation. Anytime he goes on his trips to go try and find where his wife is, he brings a rose back for Rosalina. And so I definitely like the setup of it. It's very easy to get into. I want to read more because I definitely don't think I'm as far into this book as I was in Bonds of Brass. Like I definitely did not get to read a whole 30 minutes. And I definitely read like over 40, I think, in the other ones. So I'm going to be reading a little bit more, hopefully until dinner, maybe?
Yeah, sis.
What?
Yeah, go, sis.
Say hi, kids.
Hi.
Okay, so it is going to be bedtime eventually, but I think I'm basically done reading for today. We had dinner, we were watching part of a movie, which we will probably finish tomorrow. And I wanted to say that I got 11 or 12% into Bonded by Thorns by Elizabeth Helen. It says I'm about 40 pages in, so we haven't gotten like a ton of stuff happening yet. I am still very intrigued. We've basically gotten to like, if you know Beauty and the Beast, the part where like Belle's father has been taken captive by the Beast and she needs to go find him. So she goes in and she finds the castle. That is basically where we're at right now. So again, nothing too crazy has happened. It is still within the realm of like stuff that I would know, even though like the main story is sort of like almost like portal fantasy because it's very like more modern day at the beginning. And then she is now like in this fae realm. So it is more of like that portal fantasy sort of stuff. I definitely want to see where this is going to go, obviously. But like I said, I think this is going to be it for our day in the life situation because like I said, it's going to be bedtime for the kids. I sort of need to edit this so I can put it up as well. But yeah, that's what we did today. Hopefully this was intriguing. Maybe you guys liked hearing about the books that I'm starting to read. But that is going to be it. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more videos. I do have videos coming out Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So I will see you then. Bye.